year 1857. A Royal Danish Navy ship is stuck in the Arctic ice. The captain tells his men that they must get the ship out of the ice as soon as possible. They need to reach the North Pole. His men constantly try to free the ship from the ice, but they can't even move it. As night falls, they hear an explosion. The captain goes with his men to the place where the explosion occurred. There is a dog sled, along with some dogs that are completely unharmed. The captain notices bloodstains on the ice. A short distance away, there is a man who is wounded. The captain and his men approach him. The man introduces himself as Victor Frankenstein. But before he can say anything else, a very dangerous human-like creature appears, intent on killing Victor Frankenstein. The captain, however, takes Victor onto his ship with his men. The human-like creature is very angry. He tells the captain to hand Victor Frankenstein over to him, but the captain refuses. Enraged, the creature kills some of the captain's men and attacks the ship. The captain's men shoot at him, but the bullets have no effect. The creature then falls from the ship. The captain and his companions pull up the ladder. This infuriates the creature, and in his rage, he tries to overturn the ship. He is so powerful that he is easily shaking the large ship alone, causing the surrounding ice to begin to crack. The captain shoots at him from above, which breaks the ice around the creature, and he falls into the water. The captain then goes to Victor, who has a prosthetic leg. Victor asks how many men the creature killed. The captain says 6. Victor states that the creature will attack again and will continue to attack until he kills him. Hearing this, the captain is astonished and asks Victor what his relationship with the creature is and why he wants to kill him. Victor then tells the captain his story, and the entire narrative goes into a flashback. Victor's father, a great surgeon, married a very wealthy woman, and Victor was born. Victor's father was very angry and aggressive, so Victor and his mother were always afraid of him. Victor's father was often away from the city and always wanted Victor to become the world's greatest surgeon. Therefore, he taught Victor anatomy. Victor was so afraid of him that he obeyed everything his father said. Whenever he made a mistake, his father would punish him by hitting him on the face. He never hit his hands, as they would be needed for surgery. Victor's mother became pregnant again, and she died while giving birth to her second son. This completely shattered Victor, as he loved his mother dearly. Now, Victor's father shows great affection for his younger son, while remaining very strict with Victor. One day, Victor asks his father, "You were treating Mom, so how did she die?" His father replies that no one has control over death. When someone is meant to die, they do. Hearing this, Victor declares, "Now, I will become the world's greatest surgeon and conquer death itself." He begins to work hard. His life now has one sole purpose: to bring dead people back to life. Time passes, and Victor's family suffers a great financial loss, leaving them with nothing but their house. Victor wants to complete his studies. His father is always away from home, so he sends his younger brother to to his relative's house. Victor goes to the Royal College of Surgeons of Edinburgh to continue his studies. During a seminar there, he demonstrates to all his professors and seniors how he attached the hand of one dead person to the body of another dead person, and it was perfectly fine. And now, when he applies a specific amount of electric current to that hand and body, the hand starts to move. It can even catch a ball and release it at Victor's command. Victor declares this a great revolution. He tells everyone that we are born by God's will, but we can conquer death and make humans immortal. Victor's professors are very upset by this experiment because it is against nature. Victor is expelled from the college. Victor is very upset because no one appreciated his discovery. Then a man approaches Victor, telling him, "I am Elizabeth's uncle. Elizabeth will soon marry your younger brother. Their engagement is in 3 days." Victor then goes to their house, where Elizabeth's uncle tells him, "I was a surgeon in the army myself, but now I am a big arms dealer. I saw your demonstration with your professors at the college. I am very impressed with you. Your entire experiment is in a very initial stage. You can only revive a part of a human for a short time. You need to do more research on your work. I am ready to fund your work." Victor is very happy about this. He also meets Elizabeth here, who has a keen interest in insects. She is very intelligent. Victor is very impressed by her. Whenever he gets a chance, he talks to Elizabeth. He wants to impress her, so he even pursues her. However, Elizabeth does not like him because Victor is an arrogant person. Elizabeth's uncle also understands that Victor is chasing Elizabeth. He gets very angry at Victor and says, "You are not focusing on your work. You now have 7 days. If you don't complete your project in 7 days, we will shut down this project forever." Victor throws himself back into his work. Elizabeth comes to meet him too. Although she doesn't like him very much, she knows Victor is very intelligent, and she is also interested in his project. She gives him a butterfly and tells him that everything in nature occurs in a symmetrical way. Victor is sitting in a bathtub, contemplating how to place pins in a dead body to make current flow through it. Then he remembers Elizabeth's words that everything in nature is symmetrical. When he places the pins in a symmetrical pattern, he achieves some success. Elizabeth's uncle has also arranged for many dead bodies for him. Victor takes a good part from each body and creates an entirely new body that he wants to bring to life. But for this, he needs a very high amount of electric current. He fits silver conductors inside the body. Elizabeth's uncle arrives. Lightning is flashing in the sky, and Victor wants to use this lightning to revive his subject. That is, by generating electric current inside the silver conductors and injecting it into the body. The heart and brain will receive the current and energy, and the body will come to life. Here, Elizabeth's uncle says, "I am very sick. I am going to die soon. I want you to put my brain into this body." He knows the experiment is about to be completed, but Victor refuses. He then holds the silver conductor and says, "I will only give this to you if you put my brain into the body." He also tells Victor that after the experiment is complete, he will arrange Victor's marriage to Elizabeth. But Victor knows this is impossible, so he refuses and tries to snatch the silver conductor from him. In this struggle, Elizabeth's uncle falls from above, which causes his death. Along with him, one of the silver conductors gets slightly bent. But Victor doesn't care now. He quickly fits the silver conductor and provides electricity energy to the body. But Victor's experiment fails here. The body does not come back to life. Victor is very disappointed and goes to his room to sleep. As he sleeps at night, he hears a noise. The same body which he provided electricity to has come back to life and is standing in front of him. Victor is very happy to see this. The body is very weak at this moment, walking very slowly. It only speaks one word, Victor. A few days pass, and the body is slowly gaining strength. Its wounds heal on their own, and its mind is still like that of a child. Everything is new to it. It is exploring everything. Victor is fed up because it still doesn't speak anything other than Victor. Victor is very frustrated and also very angry, so he often beats the creature. He always keeps it locked up in the basement. One day, Elizabeth and Victor's brother, William, come to meet Victor. Victor is very happy to see them. He takes his brother with him to show him his experiment papers. Meanwhile, Elizabeth hears the voice of Victor, coming from the basement. When she goes down to the basement, she finds the creature. Elizabeth is very impressed to see him. The creature is also happy to see Elizabeth. Elizabeth sees that the creature has wounds on his body. She understands that Victor beats him. She goes to Victor and says, "You shouldn't torture him like this." Victor says, "He is not a real human. He is just an experiment of mine. His mind is like a child's. This is a failed experiment that is the complete opposite of what I expected." But Elizabeth doesn't listen to him. At night, she goes to the basement once again and spends a lot of time with the creature. She talks to the creature very kindly. Now, he also says, "Elizabeth," in addition to Victor. When Victor finds out that Elizabeth was spending time with the creature without his permission, he tells Elizabeth, "Don't go near him after today." He himself goes to the creature and starts hitting him with an iron rod. But for the first time today, the creature snatches the rod from him and bends it in a few moments. This means that he too has feelings and feels pain. After this, Victor goes to his brother William and tells him everything. How Elizabeth's uncle fell from above and died. If Elizabeth finds out about this, there will be a huge uproar. Therefore, take Elizabeth and leave from here. William agrees with his brother Victor and leaves with Elizabeth. Victor goes to the basement once again and tells the creature, "You have to say something else besides my name." But the creature only says one more word, which is Elizabeth. This infuriates Victor. He sets the entire tower on fire and comes out himself. But soon, he realizes that he should save the creature. Elizabeth also has a feeling that Victor is going to do something wrong to the creature, so she turns her carriage around. Victor is shown trying to go inside the tower, but then a blast occurs, which completely shatters his leg. The story returns to the present, where the captain is in front of Victor, who has been narrating the entire story. Suddenly, there is a noise outside the cabin. When the captain opens the cabin, the same creature is there, still alive, whom Victor created and who fell into the ice. In fact, he has defeated all of the captain's men and reached here. Now, he also attacks the captain. The captain tells the creature, "Victor told me that you are an idiot and a devil," which was right. "You are indeed like that." The creature says, "You have only heard Victor's story. Now, listen to my story." The story goes into a flashback once again. We see the same tower that Victor set on fire. The creature is tied with chains in the basement. There is fire all around him. To save himself, he breaks his chains with all his might and escapes through the water passage. Although he drowns in the water, he does not die. The next day, he goes to a forest where there are many skeletons. He finds some clothes there and puts them on. He is hungry, so he eats some berries. He finds a deer in the forest and feeds it berries. But then, some hunters arrive and shoot the deer. Now, they also shoot at the creature. The creature is wounded. He runs away to save his life. Nearby, he sees a mill gear where he hides. The next morning, he sees the same hunter family who shot him arriving here. This is actually their home. But the creature is hiding here, so they can't see him. There are other people in this house. An old man who is blind and teaches a little girl the alphabet. The creature also listens to everything the old man says from inside the mill gears and starts learning too. Now he starts to like this family. He wants to help this family. So at night, he cuts wood for them and puts it outside. He also builds a barn for their cattle, sheep, and goats. The family believes that the spirit of the forest is helping them. So every night, they leave some clothes for the spirit of the forest, which the creature wears. Many months pass in this way. The creature remains hidden in the mill gears. One day, some wolves from the forest come to eat their sheep and goats. The family confronts them and shoots at them. The creature understands by watching this that this is the rule of the world. Every powerful person kills another to save themselves and survive. Now, this entire family wants to go hunting in the mountains. Winter is about to begin, so they need to gather food for the winter. They cannot take the blind man in their house to the mountains, so they leave him at home. Now the creature comes in front of him. Soon, the two become friends. The old man teaches the creature everything: reading, writing. Also, when it gets dark, he caresses the creature's head, which the creature really likes. One day, the old man asks the creature, "Where did you come from? Who are you?" But the creature remembers nothing about himself. He only remembers one person and his name, which is Victor. The old man says, "You should find out about yourself." After this, the creature goes once again to the burnt tower. There, he finds some books, which are Victor's experiment books. By reading these books, the creature realizes that Victor created him from the body parts of many people. He also finds Victor's address in a letter. After this, he returns. He sees that wolves have attacked the house where he has been living for many months. He attacks the wolves and kills them. But by now, the wolves have killed the old man. Before he can leave from here, the old man's family arrives. They think that this creature has killed the old man, so they shoot at him. The creature gets angry. He kills one of them and tries to run away. But now, he is constantly being shot at, which causes the creature's death. The family leaves from there, but soon, the creature's wounds heal on their own. He comes back to life once again. After this, he goes to the address to find Victor, which is actually William's address. Today is William's wedding. Victor is also here, whose one leg is now prosthetic. His leg was completely damaged in the blast that happened at the tower the last time. Victor goes to Elizabeth. He wants to congratulate her. But Elizabeth slaps him and says, "What you did to the creature was very wrong." Victor angrily goes to his room. The creature was already waiting for him there. Victor understands, by looking at his body language, that he is not the same as before. The creature tells Victor, "We should forget what happened between us before. I want you to create a girl like me with whom I can live forever." But Victor flatly refuses. He says, "You are a monster, and I cannot create another monster. You are a failed experiment of mine." Hearing this, the creature gets very angry and starts beating Victor. Hearing the noises, Elizabeth comes up, and when she sees the creature, she is very happy, which makes Victor very angry. He shoots at the creature. Elizabeth wants to save the creature, so she comes in front of him. The bullet hits Elizabeth, badly injuring her. Hearing the gunshot, William and everyone else come up. William thinks that the creature attacked Elizabeth, so he goes towards the creature. The creature also attacks him, badly injuring William. Victor is yelling at everyone that the creature is the one who injured Elizabeth. But no one has the courage to face the creature because he is very powerful. Now he picks up Elizabeth and takes her to his place. Elizabeth is taking her last breaths, but she is happy that she is with the creature in the last moments of her life. In fact, she had always liked the creature. The creature also likes her. But now, Elizabeth has died. William is shown in front of Victor. He is also taking his last breaths. Before dying, he tells his brother Victor, "You are a very bad person. I was afraid of you since childhood. That's why I called you a monster." After that, William dies. Victor gets very angry at his brother's death. Now, he takes a gun and goes to kill the creature. But soon, the creature overpowers Victor. He does not kill Victor, but inflicts pain on him so that Victor can know what pain is, what it is to suffer. He wants to see him suffer like this forever. Victor's life now has only one purpose. He wants to kill the creature. And in this way, they confront each other repeatedly. The last time they confronted each other, Victor wanted to blow up the creature with dynamite. They are on the frozen Arctic Sea. The creature catches Victor and beats him badly, setting his tent on fire. Although the dynamite explodes in the creature's hand, it does nothing to him. It's not so easy to kill him. This blast was the noise that brought the captain and his men to Victor. The story returns to the present, where the creature and Victor are in front of the captain. The captain is astonished to hear both their stories. He doesn't understand whose fault it is. But now, Victor has realized that what he did to the creature was wrong. Therefore, he apologizes to the creature. The creature also forgives him. After this, the creature goes near Victor. Victor places his hand on the creature's head in the same way the blind man used to, which the creature really likes. And now Victor tells him, "You are my son. I created you." The creature also calls him father. After this, Victor dies because he was badly wounded. The creature now wants to leave from here. The captain orders his men that no one will attack the creature. He gets off the ship. After that, he pushes the ship and sends it towards the water. This shows how powerful he is. The captain also decides that everyone will now return home. In fact, he was going to explore the North Pole because of his obstinacy. He realizes that he was also doing what Victor did. Stubbornness is never good for a person. And now, they set off for their home with their ship. The creature watches them from a distance. And now, as the sun is setting, its last light is on him, and he embraces that light in the same way Victor made him embrace it for the first time. In fact, Victor Frankenstein was the biggest culprit in this entire story. He was always a stubborn person. He created the creature, who was like an innocent child. The creature never attacked anyone, even though Victor always tortured him, and he always looked at the world with a positive perspective. He never tried to harm anyone. And even at the end of the story, when Victor apologized to him, he forgave Victor in a few moments. Victor is the real monster of this story, whose end was the end that every monster should have. What do you think? Do write in the comment box.